Well, one, I'm just so happy y'all are here. I'm so excited for tonight's class. It's the first class of the heart chakra and Anahata, which is another one of my favorites, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. It's also spring equinox, which is beautiful. And so I've kind of incorporated that into tonight's class. So it'll be really fun because we'll see um, a sun salutation at the beginning, and then we'll also do a moon salutation at the end. If you've never done a moon salutation, think your sun is your energizing kind of sequence, warms the body up. If you've ever practiced with me in a vinyasa style class, we do a variation of this every vinyasa class. Wonderful at connecting movement to breath, but the moon salutation is equally as beautiful, but it's not famous at all. It's very humble. And it's to cool down. That is, of course, your lunar side. So it's a cooling down sequence, but really fun. And you work around your mats in the moon salutation, which I love. You all know I love dancing around the mat. So I've incorporated that in tonight's class. But reminder that tonight is all about your heart. It's all about self-love. It's all about healing. It's all about forgiveness, letting go, um, and remembering that we must, must love ourselves first to outpour the best we can into the world, truly. So I'm really excited. I hope you all are too. If I lose you all, my connection's been kind of funky the past couple weeks. It should be okay today. I kept my door open, but in case I lose you, it's been good about just popping me right back on. So I always appreciate y'all being patient. We are going to start down on our backs. Take your time, get your music at the perfect sound level. And we're going to come on down to our backs. You can press that play. There is never any rush to come on down to your backs. You could always drag a pillow with you if you'd like, a bolster, a block, any other things that you love to have in your personal practice. Your legs here might extend. They might want to bend. You might want to come into a reclined butterfly position. You'll begin by simply softening your body, your beautiful, beautiful vessel. Letting the feet part. Letting your beautiful cheeks just melt down your face. Tonight, I encourage you, I challenge you even to connect intimately with yourself. I challenge you to consider what is weighing on your heart and how that weight is seeping into your life, into your actions, into your words, your thoughts. So maybe right now with those words, your body is craving this release, this big exhale. I like to think that my classes are typically very breath centered. Tonight, I want us to consider even being more intentional with our breath, thinking breath as expansion, breath as forgiveness, and breath as love. Breathing in love and breathing out love. I'm going to share with you all a very simple breathing technique. It involves moving your tongue inside your mouth. As you take an inhale, your tongue will press generously to the roof of your mouth. You'll pull that power, that breath from your heart. On your exhale, your tongue releases and maybe sinks down to the bottom of your mouth. And then you'll begin again. The tongue presses to the roof. And you think pulling that from the heart. And then your exhale, that breath going directly back to your heart. And you'll continue there at your own pace, pressing generously to the roof, releasing the tongue, giving it all back to the heart. You'll continue for just a few more rounds. Let's find two more. There's no rush. And of course, I just offered the template. You modify it, you change it, you embrace it however you'd like. After you've completed that second round, the tongue just rests. You sink into a natural rhythm. And we'll begin this lovely practice. Let's take a big inhale through our nose. Maybe it's a bit vocal in the lovely space that you're in. Your lips might part here. Big sigh, release out. Love, presence, gratitude, and compassion tonight. Start to simply wiggle your fingers, wiggle the toes, pull some movements back into your body. You'll drop your head and neck, or excuse me, just your left cheek really over towards the mat. So it's just as if you were turning and taking that gaze left. And you'll take another big inhale, carry that gaze back through center, drop your right cheeky down towards the mat. Big inhale through the nose, the shoulders soften. And then you'll bring the head and neck back to that neutral position here. When you're ready, arms will sweep overhead, point the toes, big extension here, let the heart shine. And then walk your hands over towards the left corner of your mat. Your heels here are going to walk over towards that bottom left. So you create a little crescent moon shape. We might take this one step further, cross your right foot over that left ankle. And maybe here we use our left hand to gently grab hold of the right wrist. So thinking of this as just a beautiful self-assist to this pose. One more big inhale here through the nose. We'll exhale out, embracing it a bit more. And then you'll take an inhale, release everything, and start to walk over towards that opposite side. Focus on your glutes, staying where they are. Your left foot might cross over, your right hand might gently hold that left wrist. See if you can breathe into that back body, breathing into the back rib cage, softening through the jaw. Last inhale. Big exhale out. Good. Slowly begin to release. Everything comes back to a nice neutral position. Hands will come down by your sides. Start to walk those feet up, bending the knees. We'll hug them into our chest here. Absolutely no right or wrong way to do this. You might opt to retuck your chin to find length at the back of your neck. You might take some ankle rolls here, pointing the toes. continuing to connect deeper with that breath. When you're ready from here, you'll keep holding on to the knees. I want you to think drawing circles here. So letting your knees pull apart from one another and then circling back in towards each other. Them gently pulling out away and then circling back in. Any kind of breath connection here that feels good and natural for you is just fine. Think about the way you're drawing these circles. Can we move in the opposite direction here? Maybe those big toes staying together as we do this, just those knees pulling apart. Find one more big inhale and find some stillness. Those knees will hug back in. When you're ready from here, you'll plant both feet. Hands will come out a little bit wider just so that your hips don't fall into them, and you'll gently windshield wipe those knees side to side. Focus on those shoulders staying still. Focus on your heart continuing to press and shine straight up, directly up from you. When you're ready from here, those knees will pause, they'll face back up towards the ceiling. You'll send your right leg to the sky. Your hands are welcome to come and wrap around that leg. They certainly don't have to. Maybe you give a gentle little rub here to the legs. I know my knees have been a little bit achy with the colder weather we've been having. Just providing a little bit of that physical touch. Beautiful. And when you're ready from here, big inhale through the nose. Make it big. Exhale it out. Cross that ankle over your left knee here. So this is where we use our breath as power, okay? Your right knee is going to continue drawing out to the side. You're flexing through your right foot. You're going to inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Now pause. Squeeze through your low belly. You draw those lower abdomens in. You're pressing strongly through that grounded left foot. Now take one more big inhale. On your exhale, you might lift your left leg and you might draw your right or your hands towards this whole unit of your legs. Inhale, everything will come back down. Those arms reach overhead. On your next exhale, you might pick everything up. You might take a little reach here, and then you inhale to expand. You exhale, tuck and squeeze. Keep drawing that right knee out. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's just keep going at our own pace here. A couple modifications for this. You don't have to pick up that left leg first and foremost. You can simply peel the shoulder blades up off of the mat. Keep moving here. That breath, so important. Find one more round. Remember, you're not stuck. You can come out of anything whenever you'd like. You'll plant that left foot. Arms will sweep overhead here. On your exhale, think cactus arms. So letting your elbows connect. Maybe the backs of your hands come down to your mat, opening that heart. Your right knee still open. One more big inhale. On your exhale, think planting or stamping your right foot down to the left side. You take a little twist here. Your right knee can stay up towards the sky. It might want to drip down towards the earth. Gaze goes right. 2 big breaths here into your heart space. What are we drawing in tonight? Don't lose sight of it. It's within reach. You just have to grab it. One more. Take your time, strong core. Let's start to bring this knee back up. You can finally release that ankle. We'll send that left leg to the sky here. Oh, it probably feels so good to just straighten it. It's been bent for quite some time. Hands might want to wrap around that leg. Maybe a little bit of love, a little self-massage, little gratitude for this leg and all that it does. Take one more big inhale, press that heel away. On your exhale, you cross that ankle over and let that knee really fall open. Now press firmly through the right foot. Connecting your big exhale, make it big. Like, don't be intimidated by your breath. Embrace it, make it powerful. Yes, keep moving just at your own pace in a way that feels like it's honoring you. Keep enjoying that left knee drawing open. Beautiful hip opener. And also engaging our core. Almost there. We are strong. We are powerful. And we're never stagnant. When you're ready, let's go ahead and plant that foot. Good. We'll take those arms here and you're gonna think cactus arms, opening up the heart. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly pretend like we're stamping the ground here, letting that foot fall over to the right. Your gaze will go left. You might feel a really beautiful pop through your spine, the good kind. Good. One more big breath into that heart space. Exhale it out fully. Good. Inhale, strong core. Start to shift back through center. You'll uncross that ankle. And when you're ready here, keep grounding your feet. Let your head and neck relax. Arms are still in those cactus arms. And when you're ready from here, you'll slowly flip those palms down and come up very, very slowly to your forearms. Okay. Very slowly lifting the head and neck. From here, you're going to send your legs long. Okay. And then I want your palms to really connect here. You can walk your elbows back a little bit. And then I want you to think just puffing up your belly and puffing up your heart space. Your chin will lift. You're creating space at your throat. And then you might let the head and neck drop a little bit here. So go big. Think curving through that low back. Yes. We'll counter stretch this pose. So just embrace it here. One more inhale. Good. Now on your exhale with control, lower down the belly, tuck your chin, and then slowly roll all the way up, continuing to tuck the chin. And you're just going to dive into a fold here. So it's kind of like you just roll your body. Take one more big inhale. Big exhale out. Inhale, walk those hands back up. And we just come into our staff pose. Hands come down by your sides. Open up your heart. Press through your heels. You might do this fun little thing with your legs where you popcorn them out, where you kind of just bounce them, create a little bit of energy through them, and then let them become still. We'll sweep the arms up to the sky here. Big inhale. Now keep this hinge through your hips as you slowly start to reach those hands down towards the toes, but of course they don't have to touch and don't get caught up in the connection. One more big breath. Big exhale. Good, you all. Take your time. Inhale, walking those hands up. You'll gently swing the legs behind you. We'll come into a tabletop position that we will not stay in long. But when you do arrive, do anything you need to warm up those wrists or even to continue warming up your spine. If it's any fun, organic movements, your fingers can turn towards the knees and then reestablish your foundation. I want you to start thinking you're going to peek over your right shoulder and then you're going to kind of wag your tail over to the right. And then you're going to switch sides, peek over that left shoulder, wag your tail over to the left, and do that maybe one more time. Yeah. And then right into some cat and cow. You'll inhale, start to pull the chest through, lift the chin, let the belly hang low. Big exhale, shoot that spine up. We're moving with intention tonight. Your inhale to draw you back through, elbows stay close, press that tailbone away. Big exhale. And then we establish that neutral spine here. We'll come down onto our forearms. Keep your hips lifted high here. Okay, your gaze is going to stay down. I want you to think length through the back of your neck. Now from here, walk those hands out long, dip the heart down to the chest. Your forehead might connect. It might not. Puppy pose. 2 big breaths here. See how your body flows with that breath. Inhale, you might lift slightly. Exhale, you might sink lower. One more time, just like that. Big exhale out. Good, you all. Take your time here, very slowly lifting the head and neck, walking those hands in. We'll tuck our toes and find our first downward facing dog. Hips go high. Your gaze maybe falls in between the ankles or even in between the knees. And any movements here that feel okay. Always check that you have that strong foundation. Your feet about hip distance apart, not too close and not too far away. And then your fingers are spread here. You're taking up space with those hands and with those fingertips. Heels gravitate towards the earth. One more big breath. You can always soften those knees, you all. They don't have to be straight here. Tailbone lifts. When you're ready, take your time. Walk the feet towards the hands. Start to come to the top of your mat. Inhale to half lift when you get there. Finding that flow. Exhale, release. Soften again through the knees. Sweep the hands high, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands find heart center. Let them drift all the way down. Close the eyes. Regrip all 10 toes. Shift the weight into them, then shift the weight back. Open your heart. What are we holding on to? When you're ready, soften the knees. Sweep those hands up nice and high. Big exhale, take that swan dive down. Inhale to half lift. On your exhale, you'll fold. Step one foot back, followed by the next. Let's drop our knees here, okay? Because we're going to spice this up. Drop the knees, hug the elbows in. Heart lowers all the way down here. Untuck your toes. Keep the hands under your shoulders. Your chin is just tapping. Inhale, lift the chest here. And then your gaze shifts down. Squeeze the glutes. On your exhale, float on down. 2 more times. Inhale, heart peels up. Exhale, heart peels down. Last time, inhale. Big breaths. Exhale, come on down. Tuck the toes. Let the knees stay connected. Just a strong press up and lift to downward facing dog here. Feeling strong, opening through the upper back. Your right leg here will step to meet in between the hands. Drop your back left knee. Untuck your toes. Sweep those arms up nice and high. Yes. 2 big breaths here. Think of your arms as your expression. So you can do biceps to ears, but you also might want those arms down. When you're ready from here, big exhale, you'll start to fold. You're going to frame your right foot, pick up your back left knee, think stepping up to meet that right foot. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, come all the way down. When you're ready, we stand tall. Inhale, arms sweep high, scooping those hips up and underneath you. Hands flow to your heart center, and they come all the way down. And again, we reestablish. Here we go. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, take your fold, your expression. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, come all the way down. Your hands plant. Your core stays engaged as you step back to that plank. Now, I'll leave this up to you if you want to stay on your toes, but your heart will come all the way down. And then untuck the toes. Keep those hands where they are. Glue your elbows in. Inhale, we lift. Squeeze the glutes, peel the heart up. Exhale, we flow down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the glutes, maybe the feet fly up. Exhale, fold. 1 last time. Inhale. Make it dramatic. Exhale, come on down. When you're ready, tuck the toes, strong press, elbows, glue. Find your downward facing dog. This time, when you're ready, left foot will take a strong step to meet in between those hands. Your back right knee will come down. Arms might sweep high. They might come low. What aligns with you? Almost there. Yes. 1 more big breath. Your exhale, take your fold, frame that foot, pick up the back right knee, and you'll step up. Inhale to half lift. Of course, modify this as you need. Exhale, find your flow. Soften the knees, sweep those hands up nice and high, big reach, scooping those hips under you. Exhale, hands find heart center. And they fall before they rise again. Inhale, reach. Bigger breaths, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come on down. Your hands plant, step through that plank. Drop the knees or keep them high. Come all the way down. Heart leads you, and then it rests. Hips meet the mat. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, come down. 2 more times. Inhale. Maybe your hands want to float too here. Exhale, come on down. 1 more time. Inhale. Big toes might touch at the top. Exhale, come on down, glue the elbows in, strong press. You're doing amazing. You can take child's pose at any time. We'll meet here in our downward facing dog. This third sequence looking just a little bit different. Right foot here is going to step to me in between the hands. Drop the back left knee, untuck, sweep high. Your expression. Just 1 more big breath. Good. Exhale it out. Take that fold. Pick up the back left knee, then pause. You'll step back here. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog, hips go high. Opposite side, left foot takes a step. Drop the back right knee. Untuck, sweep high. Collecting your breath. Just one more. Low belly pulls in, heart shines. When you're ready, take that fold. Hands connect here. You're stepping back. Find that and then find downward facing dog. Hips go high. Acknowledging the heat that you've created, that your body has built. One more big inhale. Release through the jaw. A big exhale through the mouth might get that hot air out. Good. When you're ready from here, slowly walk those feet towards the hands. You might kind of crisscross those feet. You might hop, you might crawl, whatever. Inhale, half lift. Good. Exhale, come on down and fold. Your right fingertips are going to kind of TP the earth here, or a block, or they could pretend, right? Strong bend through your right knee. So we kind of do this fun little hip hop. Your left leg is pretty straight. You're going to take your left hand to the sky. If that's intense, you'll bring it to your low back. Take a big breath into it. On your exhale, we bring the left hand down and we switch sides. Left fingertips might come down. Strong bend into your left knee. Right arm might go high. Our bodies are not all one size, right? So make a choice that feels good for your shape. When you're ready, on that exhale, float that right hand down, just even out your fold. Walk the feet a little bit wider. Toes will point slightly out. Maybe grab hold of the elbows. Allow the body here to maybe sway, but most importantly, to rest. One more big breath. Big exhale out. Good. We'll release those elbows, heel toe your feet back together. Inhale to half lift. And when you're ready, exhale, take your fold. Hands will plant. We're going to step to a plank, but then you're going to pause, okay? And we'll modify this plank in just a moment. But you're going to send your right hand to the sky, heels drop left. So you're pressing into your left hand. Step your right foot up so that you have this really strong kickstand. Reach the right arm up to the sky and your right hip follows. Open the heart. Big inhale through the nose. Good. Now think left hips coming down to the earth. Keep your right foot where it is. Turn. And so that you're just sitting on the ground now, but you're facing the back of your space. Hug your right knee. Beautiful, you all. Flex through that left foot. Open the heart here. One more big inhale. Good. Big exhale out. We're going to come out of this the same way we entered. Hands will start to come to your left side. So you can pivot however you'd like. It might take a couple steps, but eventually you're going to lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Remember, I'm just giving you the direction in between those hands, and you'll come up strong to a high lunge, whether you walk the hands first to the bent knee and then embrace it. I'll leave that up to you. Your back left leg can be as bent as you'd like for it to be. It could be as straight as you'd like it. Good. One more big inhale. On your exhale, hands will float down and they'll come to your low back. You have choices here. The fingertips or fingers in general can interlace. They might just want to rest here. You could always send the arms long. Lift the chin. So you're pressing into that right foot, but the gaze goes up. One more big inhale. Now on your exhale, carry this length all the way down. Hands might lift to the sky. You're pressing through that back left heel. You are engaged. Humble warrior. Good. Now think of this as a beautiful kind of like just coming out of your shell. You'll inhale, part with those hands, reach them to the sky here. And then you'll open up warrior two, pivoting on that back left foot. Yes, nice, you all. One more big inhale. Peaceful warrior, drop the left hand, sweep that right arm high just for a moment, just that extension through that right side body. Inhale, come back through warrior two. Find your side angle. Again, it's just for a moment. That left arm might reach. You might want to take the right hand to the earth. Find your extension. One more big inhale. And now think this left hand's going to come down. You'll pivot, drop the back left knee, and you'll take a little hamstring stretch here. Walk the hands back, lengthen that right leg. It's all in the hinge here. So just being mindful, if we want to come all the way down, that's okay. But if we're not hinging, we're not going to get the stretch. So even if we're all the way down, making sure that we hinge. One more big inhale. Good, exhale it out. Let that body flow. Inhale, take your time. You'll slowly start to walk those hands forward. Frame that foot, pick up your back left knee, step back through your plank. I'll offer an optional vinyasa that you could take. You might just want to come to downward facing dog. You might want to rest in child's pose. You might need a sip of water right now. Good, take your time, but we will eventually meet in that downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Think about your tailbone lifting. Now, when you're ready, shift strongly into that plank position. Now, opposite side, you'll press firmly into that right hand. Your heels will drop right side plank. Left arm lifts, step that left foot up here, and then continue to press into that right hand, create space. Heart is shining. We're not letting go of that intention. Take another big inhale. You can do this. Think right hip comes all the way down. You'll pivot here, let your glutes connect. And of course, adjust how you need to and give that knee a nice big hug. Keep flexing through that right leg, kind of containing that energy. Just one more big breath here. Good, you all exhale it out. And we'll exit the same way we entered. Remember, it's into that three-legged dog, just so you have the direction. Hands will come to the side. You'll pivot, adjust on that right glute. And then from here, you'll send that left leg high to the sky, reground through your right heel. And then you'll step that foot to meet in between the hands. Come up as slow as you need, high lunge. Arms will reach here. Any expansion, expression that feels like you. Ground the toes, one more big breath. Hands will come down, they'll find your low back, anything that feels good. If we have tight shoulders or we have a shoulder injury, this probably doesn't feel good, right? So they can come down. You can just totally do this arms down. Big inhale through the nose. On your exhale, carry that length, your heart outpouring. And we come into our humble warrior. It's important here that there's length through that back right leg. You're pressing through that heel. People ask all the time, they're like, do you rest on the left side or do you come to the inside? That's you and your body. If you need the rest and the support, there's your thigh. If you want some more, come to that inside. See how it feels. When you're ready, here's this beautiful coming out of our shell. You'll inhale, part with those hands, sweep them up and open on up. Warrior two. Good, you all. Press into that left foot, open the hips. When you're ready from here, peaceful warrior, big breath in, exhale to take you there. Just one big breath to settle. Take your time, warrior two, big inhale, exhale, come on down, side angle. Right arm extends, maybe overhead, but we want to feel that power, right? We want to be fully here. Pinky edge of your right foot really connected. Good, you all. One last breath. When you're ready, right hand will come down. We pivot here and you'll step back to your plank, optional vinyasa. Let your body decide. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's more work. Maybe it's water. And we'll meet eventually in our downward facing dog. Yeah, good. When you're ready from here, your right leg is going to lift. It doesn't have to be high. I don't even care if just your big toe wants to stay on the mat. Reconnecting that left heel, Maybe lift a little higher. We're strong. One more big inhale. When you're ready, step that foot to me in between the hands here. Yeah, good. Take your time. Big inhale all the way, warrior two. Oh, now that I think of it, y'all, we got to hit that hamstring stretch on the other side. We'll get to it. Soften the shoulders. Here's our warrior two. We've seen it before. One more big inhale. Side angle. So that right forearm comes down, left arm goes overhead, opening the heart here. So second time seeing this, maybe we're feeling a bit stronger, whether it's through the heart, the chest, the hips. Maybe the hand wants to come lower. It could always find a block. Good. When you're ready from here, very slowly come back up, warrior two, straighten that right leg, reach the right fingertip, send your left hip back, triangle pose. The further we reach initially is how this pose gets a little bit more intense. So you're always welcome to retry that. Opening on up. Almost there. One more big breath. Full exhale. When you're ready, soften into that right knee. Back to warrior two, just for a moment. Left hand comes to meet the right, we pivot. Maybe you take a little baby step up. Warrior three, we go. Left leg lifts as high as you'd like it to, but can we still protect and maintain our hips here? So we want to drop that left hip down, soften through the right knee, keeping the pose safe. Low belly pulls in, hands might want to draw into your heart. You have one last place to go here, friends, and I promise we'll take it slower. Left hand finds your left hip. Your right hand starts to reach towards the ground. Feel this left hip open. Balancing half moon. Now, if you're feeling up for it, or you even want to just try your Chopasana, bending through that left knee and potentially reaching back for that foot, it's there for you. Lean into the wobbles, right? Embrace them. One more big inhale. Good. On your exhale with control, rotate that hip down, plant the foot, stand tall, sweep the arms up. Take a fold here, big exhale, and pause at the base. Just breathe. Let that low back get a little bit more support here. One more big breath. Good. Exhale it out. I want to make sure we do this hamstring stretch. I'm all about balance. Y'all know this. Gently bring your right knee down and then just kind of widen that stance. You'll simply send that left leg long. Toes will come towards the sky. We'll take a little hinge over that leg. So if I hadn't forgotten, it would have been beautifully woven into that sequence. But it happens and we've got to stay balanced. And I'd rather we do it now than not do it at all. Let's take one more big breath. Good. Exhale it out. Take your time here. Walk those hands forward. Let's frame that foot. Pick up the back right knee and we'll step back here to re-establish our downward facing dog and just continue on from there. Hips go high, tailbone lifts. And let's do this other side. So when you're ready, your left leg lifts. Beautiful. I love that we already know where we're going. Y'all are rock stars. Reground through that right heel. Remember, tailbone lifts, feel strong here, heart pressing through. One more big breath. Exhale it out. You'll step this foot to me in between the hands. Catch your breath and you'll gently windmill open. You can always start from that thigh and make your way to your warrior two. Beautiful. Big inhale through the nose. Strong core. Take your side angle here. Left forearm comes down. Right arm reaches. The second time here on this side that we see this. So if nothing else, feeling a bit more confident. Heart is open. One more big inhale. Big exhale out. Take your time. Inhale back to your warrior two. Good. Straighten that front left leg. Remember the reach. It's important. Send those left fingertips out in front. Right hip goes back and then you tilt. This is why I love a block too. The block can be really handy to place that hand onto and to support, but you can always gently place it on that shin or even just float it. Good, you all. Almost there. One more big breath. Find that little bend gently back into that left knee. Come back, warrior two. Right arm will come to meet the left. You pivot. Take any steps you need before you soar into your warrior three. Hands might come close to your heart. We focus. Right hip drops down. Your toes right this moment are down towards the earth. We'll open up in just a moment here. When you're ready, right hand comes to your right hip. Left hand might come down. Feel that hip open up. If you want to expand, that right hand could go high. You could even find that Chopasana, bending the right knee if you'd like. Whatever you have is perfect. Don't get caught up in it. One more big breath. And if you're close to something, reach after it. When you're ready, slowly release. Draw that right hip down. Take your fold. And just pause at the base. Really nice, you all. We're going to take these moon salutations. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, take your fold. Soften the knees, come all the way up, sweeping those arms. Let's carry them through heart center, closing your eyes. Thumbs here will rest on your chest wall. And let's just take a moment to breathe. Start taking that heart rate down. Notice the heart rate right this moment. Feel your weight shifting around your feet, all four corners. I'll walk you through this. It's simple. And we'll spend a little bit of time at each pose. We're only going to do it 2 times, so enough to get forward and back, and you'll understand what I mean in just a moment. When you're ready, keep the palms connected. You'll inhale, reach them to the sky. On your exhale, just take a little lateral reach right. And then you'll inhale, come through center. Breath is important here. Exhale, lateral reach left. Inhale, come back up nice and tall. Exhale, you'll take a fold here. Inhale to half lift. Exhale all the way down. Now strong press through the feet. You lift the arms up high, then you step back right foot and turn long ways on your mat, goddess pose. So the knees bend generously, your elbows draw in, your fingers are flaring out. It's easy here to really kind of arch through that back, tuck the pelvis in. Yes. Now, when you're ready from here, stand tall, big inhale, arms reach high. Okay. From here, think triangle pose, facing left hand's going to go in front of you. So turn your left toes, left arm will reach, and then find that triangle pose that we've already seen. Nice. Yep. Right arm high. Your stance here might be a little bit more narrow, and that's okay. Big inhale, pyramid pose. Right hand comes down. You can pick up or pivot that back right foot 45 degrees. We hinge over that left leg. Now, if you'd like here, you can take a quick peek at me if you're in a place where it's not that much of, a change on your neck. You're going to bend generously into your left knee as you turn and find your Skandasana. So your left knee is bent generously, right toes are to the sky. You might want to balance here. You might want to just let your fingertips reach to the earth. Open through the heart, big breath in. We'll exhale out. Now think Malasana, but keep facing where you are. So you just turn, heel toe those feet in and sink into your Malasana. Now the fun part about this is that we're going to do that whole thing just backwards facing the other direction. I'll help you with it. Open that heart, weight sinks to the heels. Now you're going to find that Skandasana, but your right knee is bending generously. So take your time, weight shift into the ball of your right foot. Your left leg goes long, toes go high. Yeah. Opening up that heart. Big stretch here through the inside of that left thigh. totally up to you if your balance wants to work out for you tonight, but it doesn't have to. Good. Now, when you're ready from here, pyramid pose, but you'll face the other direction. So you're going to turn, use your hands to assist, and then your right toes are now in front, back left foot at a 45-degree angle, you hinge. Heart drops. Beautiful. Now, I think it's better here to turn your left toes all the way out and heel toe them back, triangle pose. Right hand might walk up, open up with grace. Left arm goes high. Good. So in case I've lost you, you just should, and I think we're all there, but you should be doing your triangle on the opposite side that you started with. That left hand now high. Good. One last inhale. Exhale it out. You'll stand tall here. Take up all the space, long ways on your mat. Arms reach. Toes are the same direction. Big inhale. Goddess pose. Draw those elbows in. Sink the hips down. Wiggle the toes, right? Because we want that weight in the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the thighs. We're going to hit goddess one more time. Stand tall. Big inhale. Reach. On your exhale, bend the knees, draw the elbows in. Good, you all. When you're ready from here, you'll simply stand tall, but hands can come on down. They might find your hips. We'll take just a simple forward fold here. Wide-legged. Let the heart melt down. Hands might then release the body. Find the mat. Your feet can go as wide as you like. And once again, noticing that heart rate. Three more big breaths. That loving discipline, building that resilience, that trust in yourself, that you deserve that time. You deserve the nourishment. You deserve the equal rest, the equal work. When you're ready, use those hands as a support system. Very gently, let it take time. Heel toe those feet together. Feel every bit of it, your body rocking forwards and back. Eventually, those feet come hip distance apart. You're still long ways on your mat. We'll turn around in just a moment. Inhale to half lift. Drag that body up. Exhale, take your fold. Pause one last time here at the base. Bend your knees pretty generously here so that you can feel your belly, your heart, your chest resting on your thighs. Tuck the chin. And then when you're ready from here, maybe straighten those legs a little bit. We'll sweep the arms up nice and high, scooping those hips underneath you, of course, coming up just safely. Hands find your heart. And then they come on down by your sides. Maybe the eyes close. You'll take your right hand to your heart, left hand finds your belly. Soften the shoulders. Let those fingertips just rest. One last inhale through the nose. Carry it to the tippy top, the crown of your head. Big exhale out. Good. Let's take one last time, reaching those arms up to the sky. You'll take a fold, big exhale. And then from here, you'll let one knee connect, followed by the opposite. And eventually here, coming down to our glutes. Any exit that feels good. Let those legs come out in front of you. Let them extend long. So we did this at the beginning, of course, but we've spent just about an hour warming. So let's see that progress. Reach behind you first, peel that beautiful tissue away from your sit bones, right? So you can really connect here to the earth. Sweep your arms up nice and high here. Think of that L shape. Carry that length. Big exhale, letting those hands reach towards the toes. The chin might tuck a little bit. 3 big breaths. Mm. Very slowly walk those hands up. Your hands will come behind you here. And we've done this, I think a few times recently. I'm going to leave the option up to you with your wrists. If your fingertips want to go back behind you or if they want to point towards your glutes, but we want to modify this to be a little more gentle. You might bend the knees here. Okay. And now I just want you to think, start with the gaze, right? Strong spine, gaze will start to lift as you press and your hips come high. No expectation of how high you need to come. Just feel that out. If you're like, I think I can lift higher. Whoa, I'm still going. Let your toes meet the mat. Your head and neck can fall as much as feels good, but maybe think about keeping it in alignment with the shoulders. One more big inhale. Slowly melt back down. Let the hips connect. Your knees are going to stay bent. Just hug around them, letting the forehead meet. Next inhale, slowly coming away from those knees. You can do whatever you need to feel comfortable on your mat to eventually come on down to your backs, okay? Your knees can eventually come in towards the chest. Let the backs of your shoulders meet the earth. You'll send the legs, both of them, to the sky here, legs up the wall. Hands might come to rest down by the sides, palms facing up. And maybe tonight we invite a more generous bend through the knees than usual. Soften the tongue in your mouth. Rest those eyes behind closed lids. All we have is right this moment. Nothing in the past, nothing in the future is ours. Just this moment. Take one last big inhale through the nose. Feel the chest rise. Exhale, hug those knees lovingly into your chest one last time here. Maybe here, if it feels all right, and you want to peel the backs of your shoulders up off the mat. Maybe forehead comes to meet. You curl up in this beautiful ball. You squeeze tightly. You honor all that you've been through, your entire journey that has led you to this moment. You hold this insane amount of love for yourself. When you're ready, very slowly release those legs. Find your Shavasana, your final rest. The feet might fall open. All of those same options that you had that were offered at the beginning of this class. You dive in. You lose sight of the placement of the hands. You allow yourself in this time to feel all that there is to feel, to release. To let energy just free flow through your body. It enters and it exits. It returns and it leaves again. When one soul is set ablaze by truth, the entire universe ignites. And for an instant, light reaches every corner, every cave, and every crevice. When the heart remembers what it is, joined by vastness, in joy and in suffering, both the future and the past dissolve like snowflakes on your tongue. There is nowhere to run, no reason to do anything but rest in the cradle of your own embrace, rocked in the arms and held in that embrace of love. You'll take your time. You might once again draw the right hand to the heart. The left hand could come to the belly. The left hand could even come to place on top of the right. You honor it all. You integrate it all. You'll take one more big breath in through the nose. Maybe you feel that heart lift and fill as it presses into the palms of your hands. You'll take an exhale out. However, whenever you'd like to transition, you might come to your favorite side and maybe rest there for a moment until you build the courage to begin again, to start new. We'll eventually arrive at a seated position, or really any position that just allows the spine to lengthen. Your hands may be resting on the knees or thighs or even in the lap. Sitting with all that you are, with all that you embody, all that you bring to this life. We'll take one last big breath in through the nose. Let love completely consume you. And on that exhale, you give love out to every corner of the world. Your hands will come to Anjali Mudra or heart center. We might lift them to honor our thoughts, to honor our mind. We might then draw the hands to our lips as a way to honor the words that we speak. And finally, those hands resting at Anjali Mudra to honor all of these things coming from a place of good intention. The love and light that is me honors, sees, respects the light and love that you are. Namaste. So much love to each of you. Thank you for sharing tonight with me. Just an immense amount of gratitude for you all. It's crazy how you can feel it even through a screen. And sometimes I feel crazy for talking to the computer. I appreciate y'all so much and your commitment to yourself and to continue the journey. If I can do anything, as always, please let me know. Please let me be a resource for you. And I hope that y'all have a beautiful night. Um, and yes, spring is here. Much love. Let me know if I can do anything. You all have a great, great week, okay?